Yeah, it should be pointed out, Liam, that Bailly, their centre-half, who we think is a useful player, though that the jury would be out in my mind about him, and Jones was missing it as well. But as you said, this fella, Lindelof, the Swede, who cost 31 million, he looked terrified. And he was at fault for one of the goals. And indeed, Valencia was also involved in that first goal incident because he could have really got on the cover.
Well, he's a full back playing, or he's a winger playing full back. Yeah. And obviously the other lad needs time to settle in. But when Bale was running at him, he looked as if he was struggling to know what to do. And certainly for Casemiro's goal, he just wasn't aware of where Casemiro was. And that's basic defending. So it's going to take a bit of time.
And Lukaku,
but, the signings they've made are not jumping off the page at me. No,
Lukaku and Pogba in one incident, they cost 165 million sterling between them, and they both missed sitters in the same 10 seconds of time. What did you make of Lukaku, Liam, and what do you make of that signing? Because his record...
Well, you see, there's very, very few centre-forwards around him. And he is one of the best around. He has a record of scoring goals in the Premier League. You wonder why Mourinho didn't fancy him at all at Chelsea, because he had him at Chelsea as a young player, but he didn't want have anything to do with him. Now they go and spend that amount of money. But I can understand why they had to spend it. They hadn't badly need a centre-forward. I don't think you can rely on Rashford to be their only centre forward. They need support up there, and this is the price of these guys. Look at Morata. I suppose we'll talk about Chelsea in a little while. They've paid 60 million for Morata, and I'm not too sure he's the finished article either. So I'm afraid this is the market value of players, and we can go on all day about 70, 80, 90 million, but this is what they're going to cost. And for who Man United could get, I think Lukaku was one of the better buys.
Yeah, John.
I think he's an awkward player. I don't think he's ever going to be a footballer, Eamon, as we would know a footballer.
Yeah.
Like if you go back to the ultimate time when, say, I know we go back about Kenny Dalglish was playing, he could hold the ball, he could score goals. Lukaku's not going to be like that. He's not capable of doing it. On certain days, he's a big, strong guy. He go up and he score certain goals. But I don't think you're going to have a team playing consistently well with him leading the line.
A feature of his goal scoring is he's 24 goals last season. Most of those goals have been scored against the lesser sides in the Premier League. His record against the big clubs, big defences, is not good.
No, he's
no pace, has he? And the ball doesn't stick when it gets up there.
He's not a footballer as we would recognise a footballer. Somebody come into the game, control it, lay it off, and that. He's a big, strong guy who can score, and is liable now and again to score a spectacular goal. But there was one incident the other night, I think he got through again, just one incident in it, where he could have slipped somebody through and he didn't even see him.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going to get with him. You're going to get a mixed time. Is he going to score in the big important games? I don't think he's going to make Manchester United a terrific team by any means.